Insurance requirements specific to Sub-Saharan Africa jurisdictions may have a significant impact on clinical development programs and can be a material impact on pharmaceutical sponsors' bottom line. The clinical impact may include denied regulatory authority approvals or a decision not to enroll at all from a cost-benefit standpoint. Regulatory authorities across Sub-Saharan Africa are scrutinizing pharmaceutical companies' risk management and control practices with more rigor than ever before. Furthermore, the Ministry of Health guidelines for good practice in the conduct of clinical trials with human participants in majority of African countries currently requires a clinical trial sponsor to take out liability and indemnity insurance cover. Pharmaceutical sponsors are therefore responsible for selecting and managing the correct level of clinical trial insurance to fully protect their interests and mitigate any risks during the life of a clinical trial. A clinical trial insurance is an insurance policy that covers the consequences arising from participation in a clinical trial, as well as other financial and medical expenses for the insured research participants. But what are exactly the guidelines of clinical trial insurance in Sub-Saharan Africa? Hi, my name is Dr. Amos Ndhere. I'm a clinical investigator and a regulatory affairs specialist. My favorite thing is to help industry leaders with the right tools, tips, and the framework to deliver life-changing treatments to patients faster through clinical research and market access. In this particular video, I'm going to discuss the general fundamental requirements and regulations of clinical trial insurance that will enhance sponsors' compliance in Sub-Saharan Africa. There are generally two forms of insurance policies: admitted and unadmitted insurance policies. An admitted insurance policy refers to a policy of insurance that is written and issued by locally registered insurers in the country or countries of clinical trials within Africa. The policies are usually written in the local languages, currency, and take into account the local limit requirements. An admitted insurance coverage is required in majority of popular African countries where clinical trials are conducted. Such countries include South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, among other countries. These countries generally require that local insurance must have authority to settle any claims in jurisdictions of the trial, and in this case, the specific countries. The policy and certificate should specify compensations for trial-related injuries on a no-fault basis. Conversely, non-admitted coverage does not subject the insurer to the same statutory insurance requirement like those of admitted policy coverage. Generally, fewer countries in Africa allow clinical trial sponsors to carry non-admitted policy coverage. However, such countries additionally require a justifiable reason why an admitted local insurer cannot provide the coverage needed for the trial. Sponsors must therefore exercise due diligence and understand country-specific requirements during clinical trial planning process. First, the sponsor is responsible for insurance cover for the study participants. Second, the sponsors should ensure clinical trial host institutions have in place appropriate insurance at a level sufficient to meet potential liability of its investigators, those acting on behalf of the investigator, and research members. The clinical trial insurance policy should not only indemnify the sponsor, but should also indemnify the investigator and CRO conducting the trial as co-insured under the policy. The insurance policy should grant cover for compensation of study participants for injuries that is causally linked to the clinical trial activities, not just investigational product. The policy should also cover the liability of investigators and sponsor without excluding any damage that may be attributed to negligence. All clinical trial participants must be adequately and satisfactorily insured against possible injuries that might arise during the period of the conduct of the trial. The insurance certificate must be duly executed for the insurance company under a valid insurance policy which makes explicit reference to the proposed clinical trial. Sum insured depends on several factors such as sponsor's risk tolerance, policy territory, among other factors. 50,000 to about 100,000 US dollars per occurrence per participant, up to an annual aggregate limit of $1 to $2 million is not uncommon in Sub-Saharan Africa. A valid insurance cover is required throughout the period of the clinical trial. The policy term can be for the whole life of a clinical trial or renewed annually for multi-year clinical trials. A clinical trial insurance can ensure that clinical sites enroll on time, perform trial procedures with confidence, and accelerate time to market. It provides sponsors a peace of mind and helps sites to focus on advancing sponsors' research. It's therefore important that sponsors select insurer with understanding of a wide range of exposures in pharmaceutical, medical, and biotechnology industry, as well as Africa regional experience. To learn more about how sponsors can fit the right protection from day one, please contact me through the link below and I will send you more information. Thank you for watching.